Good morning, ma'am. Title: Introduction to Forensic Chemistry, Lesson 1. Lesson Objective: Number 1. Identify the basic concept of forensic chemistry. Number 2. Trace the historical timeline of forensic chemistry. Presented by Barlis Charlan Kaliwag. Section 33A18. Presented to Elenita G. Cuenca. First is describe the main purpose and application of forensic science. Forensic science applies science principle techniques and methods to the investigation of crime. At the first, this definition of forensic may seem to have no connection with the more popular crime solving, the type of evidence and where it found can assist investigators to develop a sense of how the crime was committed. In addition, the application of forensic examination and analysis could turn any of these exhibits into the potential means of solving the crime. Next, differentiate the basic concept of forensic chemistry. There are two elimination. This is question sample and known sample. First, question sample being analyzed having an unknown identity, the one that was collected as evidence compared to known sample. For example, a question fingerprint would be one collected at the crime scene, and it would be compared to standard collected from the suspect or other person that might have been deposited it. Known sample: the sample having a known identity and origin, an important aspect of collecting evidence, is property obtaining control samples, which are samples taken from unknown source against which the examiner can. And then in this additional evidence and significant method, evidence available body of fact of or information indicating whether the belief or proposition, if true or valid evidence broadly constructed, is anything presented in support of an assertion, because everything are undoubled. There are two kinds of evidence: intellectual evidence and empirical evidence. The emotion support may be strong or weak. Scientific method. The scientific method is a process experimentation that is used to explore, observation, and answer questions. The principle and procedure for the synthetic pursuit of knowledge. Next is 4 rules of forensic chemistry. Forensic chemists analyze non-biological trace evidence found at a crime scene in order to identify unknown materials and match samples to known substances. They also analyze drugs, controlled substance taken from a scene, and people in order to identify and sometimes quantity these materials. And then pangalawa, they must follow strict procedure regarding the handling and documentation of evidence, as well as scientific protocol to ensure the quality and reliability of tests and equipment. 3. The pressure of loss information personnel to speed result can be intense. So the forensic chemist must be able to prioritize well and work efficiently while ensuring that the results are occur in a crime scene. And 4. Testifying in court requires strong communication skills, including the ability to remain calm in the face of cross-examination and explain complex scientific procedure in a manner juries can understand. And last, describe the rules in practice of forensic chemistry. The modern techniques of forensic chemistry is having crime with sufficient document describing the rules of forensic chemistry evidences as collected from the crime scene. It includes those identified evidence found in the body of the victim and suspect wherein specialists believe has real relevance to the case. Ultimately, laboratory reports the testimonies of chemists based on the finding of the examination have played a great impact the immediate solution of criminal cases filed in court. Scope of the study forensic chemistry. Evidence are prosecutes things in the crime investigation. They can be utilized to determine whatever ends. They are the six golden rules in the practice of forensic chemistry. The first is go slowly, and the second is be true. The third, take note, and four, consult others, and five, use imagination, and six, avoid complication juries. And again, this is my presentation and presented by Barlis Charlan Kaliwag, section 3 33A18, presented to Elinita G. Cuenca, and thank you po.